Live.
I just had to put my phone on Do Not Disturb real quick. I almost forgot to do that. I hate when that happens.
That's the exact last thing I did before I put my phone to be the camera for today.
Yeah.
Is Do Not Disturb. I did that trick you showed me, so the scam calls hopefully have stopped now. It seems like it's working.
Good.
I've literally seen like, oh, I'll tell you, oh, this call's been silenced, and I'll have 7 silence calls in a row.
Huh.
It's so irritating, but it's also very helpful that I didn't get 7 calls.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us on this first third of the week. Happy Monday to everybody out there. Hope you had a great weekend. Hope you enjoyed your Father's Day. Whether you are celebrating or just relaxing, or phone calls to people who aren't in town or out of country. I heard some people out of state and whatnot. Like, oh, I can't see this person. I want to say Happy Father's Day too, but that's why we have the internet now. That's how we could talk. That's how we could do the show. That's how we can show you guys awesome stuff that's coming from PCA, which I'm very excited about. It's how we got information today about one of my favorite people in the industry and his new job.
Yeah.
So, hooray for the internet and hooray for new intros, guys. Stick with us. Do me a favor, like and share this video. Like it, share it, please, and we'll be back with you right after this.
Damn, that's shorter than the last one.
24 seconds. You said 30 seconds was too long. I cut it down by a fifth or by a sixth.
I just didn't have enough time to share everything.
By a fifth, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, by a fifth. I can make it longer. I can go longer. If you guys want longer, I'll go longer. All right. Harley, how you doing? Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being the first to comment today. Guys, as the title may have suggested, Frankie is having himself a Roma craft today, a whiskey rebellion, and what have you. And today I am having this Spartacus in this little petite, what is that, a petite Corona? Is that what petite Corona? No. What size is this?
Petite Corona.
Is it? Yeah, it's petite Corona. Okay. My mind's just going a blank sometimes. Robert, how you doing? Good to see you, brother. But I am going to go ahead and cut this up myself. In fact, I'm going to use a little bit less of a cut than this deep V. I think it's going to be too much for today. I'm going to go with that perfect cutter.
All right.
No mistakes needed here. You guys know how I feel about Cubans, because there's a 50-50 chance that I'm going to be smoking something wonderful right now, or I'm not going to get to smoke whatsoever. So let's figure this out.
So real quick, Harley, about that. See, there is a difference between the PCA and TPE and, let's say, the Big Smoke or the Great Smoke or the Barrel Burners, where those events that are geared towards the public are made for the public to come, hang out, maybe buy a few cigars, but for the most part, it's a social event. The PCA and the TPE are buyers' events. These are the times when a lot of companies are making a lot of money, putting in a lot of orders. I don't want to say any companies in particular, but one rep that I spoke to said he'll make $1 million working that weekend for PCA, and that's his bread and butter for the entire year. He has a mark to hit every time, and that's what he aims to do. Now, if you add in regular customers and regular what do you call them? Enthusiasts, not buyers, then you're taking up more of their time, and they're not able to do the meetings and get the stuff done that they need to do, get the orders that they need to get. So that's the reason that so many retailers, companies are against having that.
There was a word for it.
I forget the word for it.
Consumer Day.
Consumer Day.
Yeah.
Another thing you have to understand is, even though the samples that they've given out have gone down since the first year we went. I mean, the first year we went, we got a bunch of cigars. The last few years we've been going, you're only getting a few cigars, but it's not a big deal for us. Is that every cigar that they give away for free, they are still paying taxes on. And if you guys want to go and pay your money to go, you guys are going to expect cigars, right? I mean, yeah, if I'm going to go and spend money to go to an event, I'm going to want some cigars. Well, some of these smaller companies that you might be getting a free cigar from, let's say on a normal PCA, there's maybe like 5,000 people. So they'll bring, 6,000-7,000 samples. Well, you double that to do for a consumer day, and that's 10,000 cigars plus that they're having to pay taxes on that they're not making money from. PCA is not giving them any of the ticket money. This is all money that they are spending in hopes of making sales while they're there to recoup those losses. So for me, I'm against having a consumer day at PCA. I think it's not fair to some of the smaller companies. I mean, obviously the bigger companies are not going to care. They're going to do whatever they need to do. But these smaller companies, they can't afford it. It can literally bankrupt some of these smaller companies. Have to give away 10,000 cigars plus pay the taxes on them. It's just not fair. So I think there does need to be a line between a consumer event and a social event. Now, again, these consumer events, they are made to display what is coming out. What is new. What orders need to be made. So those retailers and those reps, they need that time to talk. They need the time to go over stuff. It's like, hey, you know what? Let's slide this up real quick. Let's talk about this. Let's see what you already have and what you need to reorder. This is the new stuff coming out. If you want this limited stuff, you need to order this, or that, or X amount to get it. And just by having a consumer there taking up time, it just would not be fair to them. They are there to make money, and they cannot make money if they've got 20 people saying, hey, well, let me get a sample of this, let me get a sample of that. So I understand that might be a cool idea to want to go to PCA. But at the same time, I just don't think it would work out well. Now, for the media part, they make us fill out a bunch of paperwork, so that we're just not, oh, yeah, we're totally media. Yeah, let us go. We've got to fill out a bunch of stuff with our YouTube information, our Facebook information, our Instagram information, our business name, all this stuff to get to go. So
some kind of credentials.
Yeah, it's a good vetting process, which I think is a good idea. You don't want just anybody to go for no reason.
No, I totally get it, Harley. Yeah, it's not just about the free cigars, though. You want to meet the people who are behind these brands. And in an industry like this, it's really nice that the people on top are the most accessible people in any industry. It's in the cigar industry. You can talk to the heads of these manufacturing giants. You can talk to your favorite blenders pretty easily. Just at this particular event, it's much more difficult because their time's already taken up by not just the retailers going there to buy, not just their own reps who need help with the work, what they're doing, but you also have PCA itself doing its check-in on them the entire time. You'll have political affiliates showing up.
Right. We had Josim,
how's it going? And Eduardo, I saw that. Sorry about that, brother. And Jeff. Oh my goodness, Jeff's in the house.
Yep.
I guess we can cancel the show.
Now here's something actually, Harley, if you wanted, here's a little insider tip, and I don't know if I can say this or not, but I'm going to say this. If you really want to enjoy either PCA or TPE, don't worry about the event. Go to the after party. Now, granted, you will not be able to get into the official opening day after party because you do need your badge for that. Bunch of the manufacturers, bunch of the blenders, bunch of the company owners, bunch of the media people, they all go to the bar, same bar. Everybody goes to the same bar. I mean, yeah, you'll have company dinner here, company dinner there, but after that, everybody goes to the same bar.
Truly.
So if you want a chance to meet some of these people and go talk to some of these people, going to that bar where they're having the after party at is the best option. Because not only are they no longer in sales mode, where they're having the rush between customers and taking orders, getting the credit card information, making sure the license are in order, this and that.
Real quick though. All right, have a great night. It's bedtime for him, Sweden. So.
Oh wow, yeah. Have a good night.
Steven, how you doing?
The after party. Everybody's just loose, having fun. You're buying this guy a drink, they're buying you a drink. Everybody's handing out different cigars.
And even if you don't want to go to that particular bar, if you're in Vegas, especially at PCA, you can go to different lounges, and there will be people who are also PCA members or PCA goers.
Mm-hmm.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Attendees?
Attendees. I think that's a better word for it. Because they will pack every lounge in the place.
Mm-hmm.
They will shut down certain ones. I believe it was, definitely Monte Cristo.
Not this time because Altitas won't be there.
But they shut down Monte Cristo just for Altitas workers, which was really cool to see. They had, oh my goodness, I think La Casa was having a My Father event one year that we went. I think like the day we left, they were having it. So a lot of the lounges will base a lot of their events, bigger events that they want to do around PCA because everyone's there anyway. So it's really nice to see that. So just be in town.
Yeah, Eduardo, that's exactly the point that I was making is that, too many consumers want to go just to get the free cigars. Well, the thing is, the things that they're handing samples out of or the cigars that are coming out, the new stuff that they want the retailers to try, so they'll bring them into their shop. And like I was saying, you get a small company, let's say us, if we were to go and we had a booth there, and they say, okay, Pariah Cigars, cool, here's your booth, it's a 10 by 10, it costs this much to put up, let's say $20,000 already out because, we need to pay for everything.
That's honestly like low and number two.
After that, we need to bring cigars. Now, all these cigars, we're not charging anybody for them. We're paying taxes on them. So let's say we bring 1,000 cigars and we pay, $150 in taxes on them. Let's just say, I don't know what the actual tax would be. Let's just say it's $150. Now, if you want to have consumers there, we'd have to amplify that number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, depending on how many people they want to let in. And we have to have enough cigars for them. We're a small company. I would not be able to afford to buy 10,000 cigars just to give them away.
It would be
There's
difficult.
no way. That's the point that I was trying to make earlier. I don't know if you were here for that part of it. No, Harley.
Yeah, I like this conversation.
Yeah, this is a great conversation to have. Now, what I think would be a good thing to do would to have more events like the Big Smoke that is put on by the same people, different spots. Have the one in Vegas, have the one in Tampa, have one in Atlanta, have one in Dallas, have one, I don't know, have one here in San Diego, or not here, but in San Diego. So it's the same event. People can try it out. I like the idea of the barrel burners. I really do, or the barn burners. Sorry, for Drew Estate. But they only do it where they're using that tobacco from. So it's all East Coast stuff. The West Coast guys, we don't get a whole lot.
No, it's not going to happen.
So we definitely need more stuff out here on the West Coast.
Oh yeah, I see a special band idea, a different tier just for that stuff. What does PCA stand for? It's Premium Cigar Association. People Cigars America. I think that was the original name they're going to do.
Yeah.
But they decided to change it up. Hey, Byron, how you doing? Don't forget, tomorrow we are closing out the challenge, brother. So I know you've been keeping on that a lot better than I have. I've been terrible on this end. But I'm not stopping after this. I will continue on. Father's Day smoked to my father, Flor de las Antillas. Excellent call. From a box that opened up 7 years ago. That is incredible. For the day his firstborn of his firstborn. That's awesome.
Someone posted on Facebook, they had reposted someone's picture of somebody smoking a My Father LaBijou. I think it was a Toro. Mm-hmm. And they're like, yeah, you broke boys can't afford this $40 cigar.
Yeah, what the hell is that? What?
Only in Canada would that be a $40 cigar. That's not even a $40 cigar in California. We got some high taxes here, man.
You're getting robbed by somebody.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I had a travel case that was full of LaBijou and Padron.
Because they're good sticks.
Yeah.
They're really nice.
I thought that was pretty funny. But yeah, great cigars.
The red still need to post the Red Meat Lovers and Saka event from that would looked awesome from what I've seen. Yeah, I cannot wait to see more pictures, brother.
I'm a little hurt. They had it on a Navy ship, I believe. And I was not given a special invite as a Navy veteran to go to this event, so I'm kind of hurt.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that for now. Make sure I'm not missing any other comments real quick. For the PCA, like we were talking about, other events that are more cigar centric for consumers would be a lot of fun. I would like to be able to attend something like that more often. Mm-hmm. We just don't really get the chance to.
Right.
That's why we focus on PCA and TPE. So we can bring you guys that news right away to get that information out there ASAP. And I still want to do our idea we had in Vegas. Mm-hmm. I still want that. If you guys don't remember, we talked about it. 60 rooms at the Artisan Hotel, just a weekend of smoking, good people, different brands. It would be an idea not dissimilar to the Big Smoke or any of the others, but it would not be probably as hectic and not line centric, because what am I hearing? One of the biggest complaints about the bigger events now, they're fun, but now they're just full of waiting. I want to eliminate that.
I think the best way to do that is because at that particular hotel, we would put out the map on who stays at what room. I would just put the cigars in the room.
Yeah.
So you're getting your room for the weekend. You're getting a couple drink tickets, and here's your pack of cigars, cutter, lighter, t-shirt kind of a thing.
Saturday dinner.
Yeah. Smoke what you want when you want it. It'll basically be a big old social gathering. Yeah. We would obviously try to get people that are in the industry to come out and support and maybe give a talk or two or just hang out for a while. but yeah, the only issue we've had with that is getting sponsors. Everybody's they're reluctant to be like, oh yeah, let me give you, X amount so we can rent this place out. And then, oh man, you guys weren't able to get the hotel filled up. I said, that's not going to be a problem. We just got to get the date going. But it is what it is.
Yeah. And unfortunately, Byron, no, the PCA is not open to general public. Yeah, it is a closed event for retailers, media, and cigar manufacturers. There are some again, like I said, there's some people in politics that will show up, kind of give their spiel. The FDA showed up; they were not treated very well.
Mm-hmm.
Good. I think people threw stuff at them. I did. So maybe it was just me. I don't know. Nonetheless, you'll see stuff like that. A lot of not as well attended as I would hope talks and seminars, because we went to a couple where it was literally us in the audience.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I know this all ahead of time because they will post a full listing. And a lot of these are topics that a lot of retailers are very interested in, and then they don't go for the information. At least the media group, when we went to the media meeting Sunday morning, I think it was, pretty much everyone was there. All the media showed up, got our questions answered, a few of them thrown back at us, which was great. That all showed up. But if the retailers aren't going to learn something as well as buy, you're sitting on a lot of product with a little bit of knowledge on how to sell it, because there's new ideas coming out all the time. It's very indicative for an old style, very tradition heavy industry to continue to learn how to work with these new marketing strategies, because we can't do things. There's no TV, there's no radio, there's none of that,
right?
Or very little, at least. You'll hear a couple of things like for Officer Dave. I think that's one ad on radio here, but the rest of it's getting very difficult. So you've got to figure out other ways to reach your audience, and I think they have some pretty good talks about it. I feel it's a little antiquated sometimes, but for the most part, they are definitely trying to help you out. So just utilize the PCA as much as you can while you're there.
Right. Yeah, and again, I know there's a lot of talk about the PCA, and people are unhappy with what they're doing, so they're pulling out. But the thing to remember about the PCA is they're the ones that are taking.
Oh, shoot.
What's up?
Eduardo, all right. See you later, man. Say you gotta go.
Oh, okay. Well, have a good one, Eduardo. They are the ones that are putting up the battle over in DC. They're the ones paying for it. So the money that they make through membership dues, through the show, through the other stuff that they do, through donations, all goes towards that. Whereas TPE, again, is owned by Phillips & King, owned by Crytek. They keep that for themselves. So if we no longer support the PCA, we will no longer have the money for the lobbyists to go to DC. And we need everyone that we can get to be able to do that. So
it's true.
That's another big thing to remember about the PCA.
Yeah, but that's another thing they were thinking about doing was something like that. I think that should just be a whole different event, though. And it could still be where the smaller companies send a rep out, and it could kind of figure out how much it would cost as far as for them to recoup at least the cigars and cost of being there, because that would benefit the event, the consumers, and PCA.
Yeah,
where PCA makes a profit obviously from it, but nobody loses. Because if you're asking these companies to lose, it's very difficult, to send people over to have your reps take time off of their schedules to go, meet everybody, which is great. They also have to go make money.
Yeah,
they can't, they can't be there all the time.
Yeah, that's the one big thing I don't think people really understand is that the PCA is not really a social event. Yeah, you see people that you haven't seen in a while. You get to see reps you might not have seen in a while. But this is the time of the year where the reps make most of their money. They are there to take orders, to show off new product, and to make sure they sign new accounts. So by taking away from that, you're really hurting their pocketbook, and that ain't cool.
It is difficult. Kat, real quick, how you doing? Richard, I don't think the Hyatt Regency would be the best place for a cigar event, just because the one place we could smoke is so windy. It's very difficult. So we'd have to go to a different location.
Yeah.
If we do a Texas one, that would be awesome. Definitely would love that. I know a lot of guys out there would be up for that. But we'd have to find a different headquarters. We'd have to find a different stomping ground. Much as I love the Hyatt, it would have to be somewhere else, especially with that many people smoking.
Brian, to answer your question, no, not yet. I was waiting on the money from Patreon, but Patreon decided to, for whatever reason, suspend our Patreon account. So nobody got charged for the month of June.
It's weird.
So I got to wait till I get paid on the 25th, which will be Sunday. And I'll be able to send them out on Monday. So I do apologize for that. I used the Patreon money to send you guys the stuff, and I didn't get it this month. So I don't know what's going on with Patreon. I don't know if they're going to reopen up our account or not. If they don't, then our Patreon stuff will pretty much be over. But we'll have to see. We'll have to wait and see what they say.
We will figure it out. We will figure it out very soon. Do one in Ohio. I think, again, I do one any state, anywhere you want. We just need about like 60, 65 people.
Yeah.
If we can get that many people to sign up, we can do a weekend event, no problem.
Which is why I thought Vegas was such a good idea. Yeah. It's relatively inexpensive to fly into Vegas from most large airports.
Not right now so much.
Yeah. The hotel itself, everything was there. It had a bar, it had a restaurant, it had all the rooms, it had patios for smoking. You can't smoke inside because of the artwork. It has a European style pool, a patio in the back, a large patio by the pool.
Completely isolated.
Yeah.
Everything would be just us.
And once you rent this hotel for the weekend, you can say you only want your guests to be able to come in because it is a very popular bar. People just come in to drink, and you can say, nope, I just want my guests here, my guests only. And again, I thought that was a good idea.
I think maybe Ohio might be a spot to think of right there. Saka will be in the Smoky and Werribee Virtual Lounge on Saturday if you want to join us. Oh, check that out. Thank you. Friggin' Saka, that guy. He's actually the first one we signed up for as far as interviews for PCA goes, just because it runs out so quickly. And not that we wouldn't have time for us. It's just that to not get a weird time like, oh, yeah, here, 7 a.m. Thursday morning. Well, the thing's not open yet, so you're gonna have to figure it out.
Yeah, figure it out.
We want to figure it out right away.
Now, if we did Nashville, I have to get Michael Knowles to be a guest speaker. One of my favorite podcasters.
I wouldn't invite him. I'd tell him he's not invited.
I like the way he talks. I like a lot of things about him. He's a conservative, Catholic, cigar smoker. So that's one of the big things a couple of big things I like about him.
I don't see him being very much fun at a party.
Well, you're not very much fun at the party. So.
I'm a lot of fun at parties. Richard can attest to that.
But that, and then of course we just watched Matt Walsh's new documentary, which was fantastic. But we won't get into it. It's very political stuff. We may do a special show at a special time where we'll talk politics. But that'll be completely separate from what we do on a normal basis. Yeah. So we may start a new page for cigars and politics. I don't know yet. Clearly, we'll need some people with differing ideas to come on and talk to us. We'll try to do it in a calm, respectful manner. But Miguel gets heated very quickly. Miguel's a very libertarian leading person. I have more of a conservative. So it's okay for Miguel to be wrong every once in a while. So we need to find that third heat. Find us a liberal.
Do we have to?
I mean, you got to be fair. I want it to be fair. I don't want anybody to say, "Oh, you're all biased. You're all biased." No, I want to be fair.
So what Fox was going for in the beginning, fair and balanced, and then it kind of fell off the wagon there a little bit. But then again, they all fell off the wagon.
Right. I mean, we could get Joe on. She's really liberal.
The Civil Cigar. That's not bad. I like that name. I like that name. I actually have another. I've got two other series ideas in the works in the old Mind Grapes here. One of them, Joe is actually working on with me, and that is Joe, right, in the comments?
Yep.
Okay, because he's showing up as Facebook users. It's driving me crazy. But that one is completely left field from all of this. Nothing to do with cigars. Might kind of like wiggle its way in there just because of some of the pairings. But I've told you too. I've already. I can't say it on camera. Just he doesn't listen. He doesn't listen at all. Not even a little bit. Cigars and Dragons. That is another. That is the D&D group that I've started. That's already a thing. I am a level 4 mage right now. But all my crops have died because I rolled double ones. So it's terrible. I have no idea what I'm saying. I'm completely lost. But I heard people have a lot of fun playing. So good for you if you like that. And again, like you said though, Michael Knowles, he is a cigar smoker. We're Catholic. I get that. And he is in the area. So if we actually did that, I would say invite Shapiro. I actually think of any of the conservative podcasters, he's probably my favorite. I just think he's a little more fair and balanced with his stuff. He will point out when he doesn't agree with this on his own side. And he will point that out very well. but he does not. I don't think he drinks at all. He doesn't smoke at all.
No,
He's a very clean cut guy.
it's very strict Jewish upbringing. Yeah,
Totally fine. Totally fine.
Smoked a Aurora 115 Bellicoso last Wednesday. Honestly, I noticed a citrus note on the retro through the nose. Okay,
I definitely agree with that. Yeah, that is a wonderful cigar. My gosh, I haven't seen one of those forever.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Ben Shapiro looks like a grown 12-year-old. Actually, he absolutely does. Yes. And like his parents are trying to put him to bed, but he's arguing with logic. He doesn't need to. That's what he seems like.
We're conditioned to want to go to bed.
Oh my God. Let's get off that topic for a second. But again, yeah, if we could honestly figure out, like, we should put a poll out there, where would be the easiest for everyone to reach. I don't mind us traveling. If we had, like, let's say, Richard, like, let's say, like, Texas works out, because I think that would be, in my mind, it'd be the easiest besides Florida to get a group of cigar smokers together.
I think Vegas is the number one easiest.
I definitely. I'd say, like, if they're already in the area, you know, like
it's already in the area.
Yeah,
Atlanta, Phoenix, Tampa.
It's a good top three. I was just not including Florida in general, just because, like, it's just full of events.
Okay, well then if you don't want to include Florida, I still say Atlanta.
Yeah,
I still say Phoenix, and I say where else? Albuquerque.
Anyway, I think Texas would be a very viable option. So if we get like half the group already there,
I think more Austin though.
Yeah, Austin probably, but yeah. Well, no, I think. Yeah, no, you're right.
You have Roma Craft in Austin.
Yeah, but it's our event. It's not Rome Craft.
I'm just saying.
What do you call it? Skip can have his own events, okay? He already does. Weasel Fest is awesome. Weasel Fest is great. Want different events. Atlanta Airport sucks. That is something I did not know that.
I've never flown into an Atlanta airport. I've been into many, many airports. Never been to one in Atlanta.
The Cohiba M has honey notes. I did not get any honey. It was sweet, but I don't remember honey sweet. I have had it. It was really nice. I think Cigars War 2 still has some. Maybe. That's very much a maybe. Because those actually went pretty quickly. It was a green band, right? The M?
I keep thinking of the M2.
Someone help me out with that, just in case I'm wrong. Austin is super crowded. Density is, it's not a problem, I guess. But, I mean, Vegas is always crowded.
Yeah, we're used to crowds. That's not a big deal. Of course, you'd have to pick the right time of the year.
Right,
depending on where you go.
It would be a surprise
you don't want
event.
The humidity, you don't want that heat.
It's a surprise event.
That's why I think we should rent out one of the ag buildings at the Ventura County Fairgrounds.
They never let you smoke.
I think they would.
No.
You open up the big bay doors, you get some big ass fans going. They get a nice little breeze going in there.
You wouldn't have
right on the beach.
If you couldn't smoke in one of those buildings in Bakersfield, you can't do that in Ventura.
I think it's depending on who rents it. Because we did smoke
on the pavilion outside. Outside, you couldn't go in the building.
But it's not like the smoke was going to stay in the pavilion. Oh, here's the door. Better not go inside.
Literally, like the same one we're over at that Salty's Convention Center. The big doors. You walk. No, you can't smoke in there.
Yeah.
But the big doors were open the entire time.
Yeah.
So they would literally tell you can't go in there. So it just Ohio State Fairgrounds would fit the bill. That would be pretty awesome too. The state fairgrounds are really cool. California's, for what it is, it's pretty damn cool.
Yeah.
Get the yacht finally do that idea. That would be better. But here's my idea, guys. Surprise event. Give us $450 and we will tell you 72 hours before the event happens. You have to show up right away.
And if you don't show up, we keep the money.
It's terrible.
No, but yeah, again, I think the Vegas idea would work out the best. It would be all about finding the right 4 or 5 sponsors to help with the initial cost of the deposit and whatnot, and buying the cigars, and then getting a good solid group of I say at least 50 people.
It would 50. I said 60 because that would run all the rooms. But...
Right, but I'm thinking we'd have special guests, we'd have the models, we'd have a couple photographers plus us. We need a couple rooms for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. If we get a good solid 50 people to sign up and say they'd go and put a deposit down on their room, my whole thing is I want to be able to charge enough for the room where if you guys have to fly in, that plus the room isn't going to bankrupt anybody. I want it to be at a good price point to where, hey, we know you guys are flying in. Let's make sure we keep the rooms reasonable. Because it'd be from a Friday night to a Sunday morning kind of a deal. So,
I think the best way to do it too would be small parties throughout, except for that Saturday main one. This way, if people want to explore Vegas too, they don't have to be at that spot at all times. But everyone knows that this will be the main time where we're all together Saturday night or Friday night, whatever we decide. Um, and then we'll have little get-togethers throughout the entire thing at the spot as well.
Yeah.
So you either can attend it or don't worry about it. Go check out the strip. Go gamble. Go do something fun. Go shop. Go check out the other lounges.
Party every night.
Pretty much. There'll be monkeys on the in go-go boots.
Unfortunately, not right now with monkeypox.
It's very
don't
dangerous.
want to chance it.
Very dangerous.
So no monkeypox. So no monkeys. We don't want anybody falling over. So no bicycles. I want to make sure everybody's safe.
Yeah, very true. Very true. Gotta get those tricycles.
Mm-hmm.
Much safer. Nonetheless, oh my goodness. But that was it's an idea well in the works. Obviously, right now it's a little more difficult, especially everyone. It's the economy sucks. It just sucks. Travel is way more expensive. I was talking to a couple buddies that are flying for PCA to Vegas from Florida.
Yeah,
and it's about $800 round trip.
Jeez,
that's for one person. That's not the usual I like to go first class. That's their
so cheaper than driving.
They're probably cheaper than driving. Yeah, well, because with gas, gosh dang. A lot of that traveling aspect is really difficult right now. So the event will have to be probably after a little bit of hiccups get figured out. How do you become a good people? What do you mean?
Trainers are a necessity.
Yes, 100%.
Oh man. But so we're still always trying to find the right sponsors to help us out with the Vegas thing. It's hard. People don't really want to put the money up for that right now, especially since it wouldn't be something that they're making their money back on. This would be more for you guys to have a good time, kind of a thing. So
it would be a great event, I think, for everyone together. But then again, those people who go and see that sponsorship, I think they would be willing to support that brand. And I think the brands we want to get are ones that you guys like to begin with. It's a little symbiotic. Yeah, I wouldn't throw Swisher out there and oh man, time to smoke Swishers, everybody. I mean, I know they own a lot, but still not what we want to do. Look, the Caldwell Eastern Standards Lancero. That was I think you've had that before, right?
Yeah.
I don't think I've had that Lancero. I've got to try that myself. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I like Caldwell cigars. I'm a big fan. I think they do some fantastic stuff. Robert's a nice guy too, so I like a lot of the stuff that they make.
Yeah, Harley. Yeah, no acids. Yeah, acid would not be sponsoring this one. Probably not Oliva if they're just gonna put out the the roasts.
I may want to do Jewish State and do like a tobacco for the morning, so people can have that with some coffee or something.
But not an acid.
Probably not acid, but I'm saying if we're gonna go flavored, probably tobacco.
There's a band right here of tobacco right on this table. I don't mind coffee infused cigars. The flavor's a little better for me, but there are very few that I actually smoke. Like the tobacco once in a while. I think the Isla del Sol is the one I go to most often. But either way, that's still Jewish State.
Yeah.
They've got some that are very nice. I still got to try the munchies. I want to try those from Briste. They sound wonderful. Definitely for an adult palate. Definitely can't wait to try that. I'm drawing a blank. I don't know many other flavors that I'm like, oh man, that's really exciting, really good. The Trinidad Esperanto Series 2. That's not a flavor though, right?
No.
Cool bands though.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the right ones. There's Trinidad's that purple, yellow, and black, and a couple other colors in there. Wonderful stuff. Had a speaker, lost a speaker.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to it.
Kids ruined it.
Of course.
Little brothers took it. They played music on it, and then they left it out near the pool. So very sad. That's just a great cigar. Yeah, not flavored. My mind was all in flavored mode right there. The Lancero was an orange band from a collaboration with Cigar Dojo. The other, El Escalante. Help me out here.
Yeah, sure.
By Caldwell is fire. I have not had that Lancero myself, but definitely got to try that out though.
I got to restock up on some Lanceros. Started smoking all of them.
Have you ever played the Do You Know Who I Am card? Well, absolutely not, because no one knows who I am. I don't know what that. I don't know what that would entail. I'm still surprised if anyone watches the show. Um, yeah, that's not the thing.
Well, I'm not surprised. I mean, I think we do a pretty good job.
I know I'm very like, what are you doing here? What's going on? Are you okay? Is someone hurting you out there? You have to watch this. Is that what's going on? No, I'm just kidding. Not that much, but when Jose Blanco came up to us, like, oh, like you guys are doing a good job, right? I was blown away by that. That was one of those ones like, damn, that felt really good. When Carlito knew us by name before we said anything, that was really cool. When those moments,
Yeah, it's like the Giannis brothers. They came out all the way here from Atlanta just to see us at an event twice in a row. I thought that was really cool.
that gave a little tear to the eye.
The first time we met Richard, we were walking around at Frightmare.
Yeah.
And he just comes running up to us and gives us all hugs. We're like, "Whoa, okay, bro. We don't know who you are."
What do you call it? I enjoyed the hug. I don't know what you're talking about. Of course, we'll invite Melanie. She's not allowed to not be there if we do this event. Yeah, that's already a rule instilled. Like, if she's doing something, she's in the DR. No, she has to leave.
Brian, we'll see you.
Get over here. Brian, we'll see you soon.
No, Melanie is a shit talker. She was talking shit last night on Instagram, and for whatever reason, they blocked me from commenting back because they knew I would roast all of them. So
They probably just a mess.
Till she has the balls. Oh shit, this is work. I gotta take this.
Do what you gotta do. I'm gonna keep talking. So, yeah, you guys, we'll keep you posted on that event. But yeah, it's probably not gonna happen until next year, if we're lucky. We were in a better position beforehand, before the pandemic, and we were talking about it looking really good. We had a lot of people really excited, and then things just happened. I'm so surprised you made the weekend into a musical. I'm very good at that. I dance, I sing, I choreograph. Not well, mind you. None of those things. Don't do any of that well, but I can do it. Oh, absolutely, Harley. Yeah, the moment we actually can get more concrete information, or not concrete, but concrete details about it, we'll definitely keep you guys posted. Hey, Mark, how you doing? Hope you're having a great day too. Hope you had a great Father's Day. I'm having this party. It's a little tight on the draw, but it's still smoking pretty well. Flavors are nice. A little muted just because that draw is pretty dang tight, and I gave it a good cut. So hopefully, a little tiny rolling with the fingers, it'll get better. It'll get better. My God, I was gonna say something along the lines of people watching the show. My gosh, I totally forgot. I'll let it be. A great birthday today. Oh, very nice. Wait, today? Oh, shoot. Happy birthday. I had no idea. I'm sorry. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, we'll see what we can do about that, brother. Jeff, do not feel bad. I have also failed that. I lost like maybe 3 pounds in the last almost 50 days, basically, of trying to do this. Every time I got on a roll, something happened, and it just right off the wagon. I'm not giving up. Even if it ends tomorrow, I'm going to keep going. The gym has been a lot of fun, lifting weights. Did my personal best actually today, so I'm actually happy about that. Had some randos spot me because Frankie didn't make it. So I am excited to keep going forward. Joe, for those of you who saw her in the comments earlier, she's even going to the gym too. She's getting all bulked up, but she's also been roiding, so just be careful with that. Oh man, coffee's great. That's what I'm having right now. Just black coffee. I know Frankie's got his, what is this? This NOS. Can you see that? Yeah, that's Frankie's choice. Black coffee for myself. Yeah, Richard, I know. The weight loss, I know. It wasn't a find it, which a lot of people do that. I can do that very easily. I do it all the time. That's why I got to work on the bringing it down. You guys are. Let's try to. Absolutely. Mark, yeah, that's a perfect idea. Again, that's what we're telling everybody, too. If you can make it to Vegas during PCA, we can still hang out. The event ends at certain times. We're not going to stop smoking. I believe the first time we went, it was from 8 a.m. to about 4 a.m. of smoking cigars. There's a lot smoked in that time period. I think the first event was my record at 16 cigars in a day. and that was throughout that entire time period. So it was almost 24 hours of smoking. By the end of it, my throat hurt. A couple more drinks than I probably should have. Oh my goodness! When
See
is
Mark's
that event?
comment?
Yeah, for his birthday or for the Vegas?
Yeah, for Vegas.
Both of them. Happy birthday, first of all. I misplaced it. Find it later. Yeah, Rich. Take it. When is the event? It is going to be July 8th to the 13th?
12th.
12th, yeah, 12th. We leave usually the day after.
Yeah.
It's just easier to get there before and leave the day after, so we're not missing anything. Sometimes, the heck?
The heck is that?
Oh my goodness, woman. Heather, stop it.
That was weird.
296. My phone. Oh my goodness. She's trying to call me right now, but I think it's on silent. Oh my goodness. Everyone loves Heather. All right, you guys have seen her before. Gosh dang it. Now I lost my train of thought. Thank you a lot. Just because you're pretty doesn't mean you're gonna mess up my brain. Oh my goodness. Anyway, we're coming towards the end anyway. All good for that?
Yeah. Just one of my accounts, guys. They, it's a large account. I mean, it's a huge account, and
Got you happy.
they basically took their security panel from the back door and moved it to the front door, which is a good, 75-yard sprint to get that alarm off. So I had to talk to the manager. I was like, hey, can we just get a key to the front door so we can go in and get that alarm? He's like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. I was like,
yeah. I felt really I felt nervous the first time because I didn't know they tore it out. And I didn't hear the noise because it's right there.
Yeah.
Sluggish in the morning. It's freaking 3 a.m., whatever. And I almost didn't turn off the alarm. I was walking towards the front, oh shit, I hear the noise. Very bad. Leslie, how you doing? Good to see you.
Hey, Leslie.
Absolutely. We're going to keep the PCA conversation going, by the way. We will fill you in everything that's going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do the interviews. They will be out this time. Not like TPE. We'll not have that same problem, thank God. And during PCA, I would like to put out the reels like we've been doing, the little 30-second clips. I need you guys' help. What is a question I can ask to all the companies and see their answer across the board? Like the one I had was the simple one was, what is the one thing they want all consumers to know about the industry? And I think that was just a baseline kind of question, but I'd love to get your guys' opinion on other questions. There's definitely a better one out there. That's why we love talking with you guys. You help us brainstorm much better ideas out there. And that's one that I could really use some help with. Come to Texas and I'll take you to a taco place.
I'm going to stop you right there.
I will eat it.
You can take us as many taco places as you want. Bruh, we're in California. It's taco country.
I hear these Texans always talking down on In-N-Out. Fine, whatever. You don't like it. But you put Tex-Mex, all right? You didn't make Texas barbecue any better. You didn't make Mexican food any better. You just, no. They're both delicious. They didn't need to be put together, all right? California tacos are the best tacos, all right? Mm-hmm. I've been to Mexico. The tacos are good. California tacos are still the best, all right?
Joe can attest to the fact that even the roast mobiles here make damn good tacos. I mean, you will not find better tacos. I'm sorry.
Those are the best tacos. You don't go to a sit-down restaurant for tacos. I mean, they can make some. They're going to be good. They'll never be as good as those very hard-working people sweating in a truck, working their asses off all day long, into the night, a lot of them. Heck, we go through Castaic a lot, and there's quite a few trucks everywhere you go, right? And they have these huge. Well, I don't want to. We're not giving them any business. They have these huge work lights, like at construction sites, tables going, full of people eating. Castaic is not a big city. It's not even a city. It's barely a town. Yeah, barely a couple apartment buildings, a couple houses, maybe. And people are stopping there nonstop. Those truckers know good food, and they deserve good food.
So they're stopping there nonstop?
Yeah, they're stopping at the stop nonstop.
Gotcha.
And they're not going to stop stopping at that stop. Because
they're stopping.
They have to stop. Okay?
Non-stoppily.
Whatever. I'm done now. You've ruined my mind. Only trucks and drive-thrus. Yeah, those are the best places for tacos.
Yeah, but we will not get into the In-N-Out Whataburger debate.
I love both.
It's too political.
I love both. I love burgers. I like all the burgers. I'm that cartoon character who never has any money for burgers. Oh, I'll pay you for a burger then for today. And then he gets kneecapped or something. I don't remember how that goes. Question I would ask, Do you think the boutique cigar can still keep up with the momentum it has had, or has it reached its peak? And if it can't, why do you think that? That's a very deep question right there. That's more than 30 seconds. That's got to be saved in the interview part.
Yeah.
Richard's question is also very nice. What separates your cigars from the others? That's one that they all need to have an answer to, because that's a very important one, not just for the consumer, but for their own mission statement. Because if you don't know why you're doing what you're doing and what makes you different, why are you doing it? There's a whole book on your Ask Yourself Why, I think it's called, and it's or start with why. Start with why. It's a business book. Well,
I would start with A.
No, you start with why. WHY.
Oh.
That why. You don't even start with A anymore, okay, Frankie? That's D class A.
So not woke.
Definitely not. But those are solid questions right there. I'll be saving those in the for the questions.
All right, guys, that is gonna do it for us today. We will see you guys on a Wednesday with some more stuff. We'll talk some Mayans probably. Hopefully, we'll see Jurassic Park by then. Talk some more cigars.
The great conclusion of The Offer, man.
The Offer, yeah. Oh man, and all that great stuff.
So, I'm sorry to cut you off, but finish off with tequila talk. It'll be tequila like 1.5 basically. Just going into some of the families I've been watching and reading up on some of that. It's very interesting. I think you guys are gonna enjoy it. Those of you who like the tequila talk we did last time, you're gonna like this little addendum to it. And I think by next Wednesday, the Japanese whiskey 101 / full breakdown will be ready to go. It's very interesting on that too. The origins of Japanese spirits in general, not just whiskey, because they're also making Japanese rum now, and a lot of other things that are very nice. But the older liquor that comes from Japan, from the very first time they started trading distilled spirits, it's very detail rich, and it's a lot of fun to learn about. So I hope you will get a kick out of that as well. That'll be not this, but next Wednesday, the second, third podcast, which is back up on Spotify, iTunes, Anchor, SoundCloud, and I believe a couple others, Podbean, some of the smaller ones too. Just so if you have other options that you want to listen to, but do us a favor, go to iTunes or go to Spotify. Those are the big ones. If you just hit the little follow, you'll get bugged once a week when we have a new episode out. You can listen live, or you can catch it there whenever you want.
Yep. And hopefully Amber will join us before we end the show on Wednesday.
I guess, if she wants.
All right, guys. Y'all take care. We will see you guys all on Wednesday. Y'all have a good rest of your day. We'll catch you guys then.
Have a good one.